up, horror fam?
You know what time it is.
And today we're giving our must-watch movies for Halloween. Let's get into this. All right. What's up, everybody, and welcome to another amazing edition of the Horror Chronicles podcast. I'm your host, Ryan, and with me, as always, my cohort and compadre, JT.
What's up, everybody?
And as you see, or you don't see if you're listening to this only, Breezy's not here. We had to record on a Sunday, and she can't do Sundays, so...
Yeah, that's my fault. Sorry.
We sorry, Bree. We make it up. Yeah. We promise.
My wife had me doing something I really didn't want to do.
He's lying. He has a tattoo of them on his leg.
Yeah, I do. Anyways,
guys, I'm super stoked about being here today. I just, you know what, man, it's that time of the year.
Yeah.
And,
well, you got here, and of course, my wife and I are outside.
Yeah, putting up more stuff.
Putting up more Halloween stuff because we don't have enough out there.
Yeah, man, I spent today, I went out to my buddy Brad's, who you guys have heard from, Bradley Wells. Went out there. We're doing a haunted trail ride for him this year. And it's going to be a blast. We had a lot. Me and him rode the trail today, checked it out, and it's going to be fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, dude, that sounds so cool.
I love scaring the shit out of people, man, and this is going to be a great time. So if you guys want to come out and get scared and do some mudding, if you got side-by-sides or mud trucks or whatever, if you want to drive your own personal vehicle, good luck and Godspeed.
Yeah.
But
I saw the video from the trail. It looks a little rough.
Yeah, but yeah, man, you guys come out and check it out, man. It's a good time.
Take my bicycle out there.
Yeah. But it's going to be a great time, guys, and we're going to be scaring the crap out of people. We got a lot of cool stuff planned, and it's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
that made me freaking excited, and it's just this time of the year. I've been watching freaking scary movies nonstop, and yeah, I just love it. The weather's changed finally, and it's...
Yeah.
I've
watched a few, but I haven't watched near enough this year.
Yeah. Well, good thing is my son is obsessed with them too, so that gives me an excuse to be able to watch them. I let him watch. You know what? We started watching the new Child's Play. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
No, it's nothing against the movie.
Honestly, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, if you completely block out all the other movies and look at it as a standalone Child's Play movie, I thought it was pretty decent.
I didn't like it.
And
I thought about it like that. I was like, man, I'm going to look at this as a standalone. I'm just like, God, it's kind of boring. It was kind of like...
Yeah. Did you watch it all the way through?
Yeah.
Did you? And you didn't?
I don't know. To be honest with you, like Breezy has said before, I was never a huge Child's Play fan.
Me either.
Now, I did like the original. The first was great. But... that being said, I kind of went into that one as like a standalone type thing. And just
well, you were probably a kid when you saw it.
The original, yeah. And it was good.
Yeah.
Those
movies, to watch those as a child,
they're
horrifying.
Completely different.
But to watch them as an adult, like, dude.
Now, I will tell you that
fucking dog shit out of that fucking thing.
I did like the aspect of the movie because we've kind of talked about AI and that stuff,
Yeah. I like the mom. She was hot as...
Yeah, she's cool as shit, too. She's, like, funny as fuck. She's been in a lot of movies. I was like, holy shit. I didn't know she was in this one. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It's all good.
It was worth a watch. I'm glad I didn't go to the theater to see it, but it was a decent rental.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot out there, guys. And my son's been obsessed this fucking month with wanting to watch fucking Jason Voorhees. Me and him about got into an argument last night because he's like, Dad, can I watch Jason? I'm like, no, you cannot watch Jason. But why not? I'm like, man, you're 6 years old. He's like,
is it because of the TNA?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, there's a lot of that.
And that's the thing, like, with him.
The first one is not too...
Yeah, it's not bad, but...
I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's a couple parts on there.
Yeah, there is.
Every movie, there's a couple parts.
Well, the thing with Jason is, and here's the thing with Jason, it's not necessarily the TNA, because my son...
Part 4 would be a good one for him. There's a little bit of boob shot in there, but that's about it. The whole Corey Feldman aspect.
Yeah, which I love that one. That's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I know, it's just the thing about Friday the 13th is that there's a lot of, like, intense sex scenes. There's a lot of scenes that put, I mean, they get into it. I mean, look at the fucking remake.
Look at the remake. When we did our our Facebook Live deal of on Friday the 13th last month.
Yeah.
It was like, what,
10
minutes
worth
of
at least.
Freaking unadulterated.
Riding it out.
Amazing.
I mean, I thought, and they did.
I love that. He's lying there in the bed. And he's like, God, your tits are perfect.
Stupendous.
Stupendous. That's what it was. Yeah.
You have perfect nipple placement. Yeah, buddy.
Oh, gotta love
I mean, she did,
movies,
but the thing is that's like, I can't let my boy watch that stuff. Once he gets a little older, for sure we're gonna watch it. Once he gets a little bit older.
Going to school telling his teacher she's got perfect nipple placement.
Well, you know what I'm saying? My son's already obsessed with girls. All the time. We were watching. He was watching Hercules the other night, the cartoon.
Hercules.
And the part where the four girls are singing on at the beginning. They're singing on the pottery stuff. He's like, ooh, look at those girls. I'm like, God, dude, that's all he cares about. Which is cool. Yeah. But I let him watch like Halloween H2O and stuff like that. I don't. The Chucky one was just like really super vulgar. The new one, Child's Play. I mean, it was just nonstop cussing, like left and right, left and right. It's like the whole script was just fuck, shit, fuck. I was just like, well, whatever.
So where did Brad Dourif come in there, though? Because he was in the credits.
That's a good question.
I don't remember, because you know who did the voice of Chucky, don't you?
Yeah.
Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Old Luke Skywalker. Which I thought was an interesting choice.
He kind of has that little bit of a, like on the Andy, he has that kind of that little bit of a twang.
Oh, yeah.
But, Anyway, guys, I think we're gonna get into some of our must-watch movies.
Yes, because it's that time of the year.
That time of the year for fear.
And everybody's got their, their rituals, their traditions. I am sure that everybody's got certain movies that they need to watch at this time of the year, and we're here to tell you what ours are.
Yeah, and I'm going to say this one real quick because I know that we probably won't talk about it much. I watch it. I know you do too, and I know Breezy would have had it on her list if she was here, so I'm going to give it out to her. Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. We watch that every year. So if you guys don't know, I have been obsessed with Halloween since I was a kid, and now as an adult, I have my own place. We've got quite a bit of property. I put up a huge Halloween display every year. And now in our studio, which if you guys don't know, our studio is in my garage that I just built. Mm-hmm. We've got a projector with like a 150-inch screen or something
awesome.
like that. It's huge.
It's got to be bigger than that.
So what we do is we play movies on Halloween night. We have one door open and kids come in and out, and and it's just a good time. We had quite a few people here last year.
Oh,
it was pretty cool. But that's one of the movies that always ends up getting put on.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a great movie for kids. And it's a great movie, period.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
It really is.
I mean, I watch it every year. My boys like it. My wife loves it. I know Breezy loves it. That one's for you, girl.
It's not high on my list of movies I have to watch.
It's not on my have-tos, but you know what?
I do end up watching it at some point during the season.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like it's not on your have-to, but it's like you do every year.
Yeah.
It's weird,
Yeah, well, it's got such a great cast on it. Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Freaking.
What's the other?
I'm trying to think of his name.
Nemi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyway, the other chick.
Well, and then the boy who plays the cat, who's the cat.
Zachary Binks.
Yeah, There's it's a good movie.
It's a great movie. Great movie.
Really good movie.
And it's great for kids too.
Oh yeah, perfect movie for kids. I mean, I'm sure if you're watching this podcast,
you're not
going to
see Bette Midler's tits.
Yeah. Thank God. Anyway. If you're watching this or you're listening to this,
boy, I had him speechless.
Well, I was thinking about Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh,
but anyway, if you're watching this or listening to this, it's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, you probably have. If you're watching or listening to this,
not dissing that movie at all. It's fantastic.
Great film,
Love
film. And we went to Disney and they had the whole Hocus Pocus deal, and it was great.
Nice.
My wife was in heaven. Thank you again, Ben and Devin. Didn't mean to make that rhyme. It just did.
You're a poet and didn't know it.
But, I know Bree would have loved to have talked about that one for sure. And so I want to mention that for her.
So, Breezy, we're talking about that for you.
That's for you, girl. Now,
Just
this
for you.
one.
Now we're going to get into some other shit.
Well, this is one that me and you both have. I noticed, so we're going to talk about it. And with this one,
I was trying to keep my list secret.
it's
He was
okay.
cheating.
It's okay. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Now, just real quick, I watched this movie as a standalone.
You have to.
I watch it as a standalone, and I think if you just do that, you will appreciate this movie so much more.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, I really loved this movie. You know, they play it on TV every year. Let's jump into that real quick. Why does your national channels, your primetime channels, Fox, CBS, NBC, blah blah blah, they don't show horror movies anymore for Halloween?
I know.
They used to do it all the time. Now they never do it. Is it because we're so inundated with other channels?
Yeah. I think it's because they got channel designated for strictly that stuff. And not everybody, there's some people, losers, don't like Halloween. But yeah, you're right. And I think that's what it is. I think it's because, there's channels designated for almost everything now,
Yeah. Man, the best horror channel ever was this channel called Monsters HD. It was phenomenal. It was high definition horror movies, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The only time you ever saw a commercial in that was between movies.
Hell yeah.
Fantastic. All the movies were uncut, unedited, perfect.
Yeah.
Went out of business.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
I was so disappointed because I ended up, when we moved down here, I got Dish Network just because they had Monster HD.
I vaguely remember that.
They had it for about a year, and then it got canceled.
That sucks.
And then I was trying to figure out, so where's it at? Where'd it go? Blah, blah, blah. The company went out of business.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, great channel, guys. Bring it back.
But yeah, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, guys. This one's rated R. Came out in
R for ridiculous.
Ridiculously awesome. Came out in 1982.
Yep.
So, and it was directed by Tommy Lee Wallace. And I believe he wrote it too, right?
Yes. Tommy Lee Wallace did a lot of stuff for the Halloween franchise. He was a makeup artist for a long time.
Yeah, and if
you guys remember, we did a Halloween episode. We talked about him quite a bit.
And just to do a quick look, if you don't know what we're talking about, watch it. Anyway, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. You guys, it's 3 more days till Halloween. Halloween. Silver Shamrock. You guys remember that? Come on.
Love it.
Anyway, like I said, it's directed by Tommy Lee Wallace, which, did you know that in the movie, he actually he's uncredited for it, but he did the voice for the commercial.
Really?
The commercial, it's that time of the year, boys and girls. That's
I didn't know that. That's wild. That's wild.
Well,
here's another cool fact about that. The voice that you hear on the overhead speakers,
the curfew.
The town had a curfew.
The curfew.
It's 8 o'clock. Time to go home. Was Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep, and she's also the telephone operator whenever he's calling.
Yeah. And so this movie stars Tom Atkins.
Yes, which you guys, if you've seen him, you know who he is.
Yeah.
If you don't know who he is already with the name,
right? He's been in a ton of stuff.
A ton of movies. There's not a big, huge list of actors in this movie.
Well, you got Dan O'Hurley.
That's what I was going to say. There's not a big, huge list, but Dan O'Hurley, he has played in everything.
Yes.
Look up his filmography, and
it's huge.
It's huge, very huge. He's got, RoboCop 2, freaking. The list just goes on and on and on and on. He's been in everything. And then you had, was it Stacey Nelkin, who played Alice Grimebridge?
Yeah.
She actually...
she was the love interest for...
Yes.
For Tom Atkins.
For Tom Atkins. But she... she actually had quite a bit of movies.
What was his name? Dr.
Oh, he played Tom Atkins. He played Daniel Chalice.
Yeah, Dr. Chalice.
Yes.
So here's kind of a cool little tidbit. His ex-wife in the movie was Nancy Loomis, who played Nancy in the original Halloween.
Yeah, see, there's a lot of cool little...
Who is married to Tommy Wallace.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah, strange. Not strange, but, you know, I mean, you know, it's cool how they kept that all together.
Yeah, and, you know, like I said, I watched this as a standalone. A lot of people probably... I remember when I was younger, I'm like, well, this has nothing to do with Michael Myers. Which you do see a glimpse.
You do.
The assassin is what they call him.
When the assassins are going through, there's a guy sitting at a, like... It's like a salvage yard or, a gas station. It was a gas station. And he's watching on TV, he's watching Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
But I'm telling you guys, it's a great film. The whole thing with the masks.
Yeah.
I don't want to give too much. I'm sure almost everybody's probably seen this.
I'm sure. If you're a huge Halloween fan and you pass this movie over for the fact that it doesn't have Michael Myers, you are doing yourself a grave injustice. I mean, this is a great standalone movie. They could have easily just called this Season of the Witch and been done with it. But they put that Halloween moniker on it, and it screwed a lot of people up because everybody went into it expecting Michael Myers. Yeah. And you didn't get Michael.
They kind of connected a little bit, but...
A little bit, but...
Vaguely.
Yeah.
But guys and ghouls, definitely watch this as a standalone and just give it a chance. You know, I try to do everything. I'm working hard on that. I did it with Child's Play. You know, I'm doing it. So great movie. It's a must watch for me every year. Yeah. And I usually watch this one like either Halloween Eve or on Halloween. Must watch, guys. Must watch. I mean, it's a great film.
Before Halloween.
8 days.
Because of the song. 8 more days till
Halloween. Halloween. The masks are cool, dude. Which you can buy them fairly cheap now. They're only like, you can buy one.
You know,
for
it was funny. I remember as a kid when that movie came out, we used to shop at Sears a lot, my grandmother and I. And I remember going there, and those masks, they had the masks. So it's all about 3 masks. There's a pumpkin, a skull, and a witch. And they had the 3 masks there, and they looked just like the movie. I mean, identical. But they were like, you know, we're talking, 1982, you know. They were like $30 a piece, and that was way out of my price range.
Oh, yeah.
You know, for a mask. Back then, we were still wearing, I don't know if you even remember these, but they used to sell Halloween costumes. They were in a cardboard box with a little clear plastic front. And what you would get is you would get a plastic mask, like hard, hard, crinkly plastic, and then like a, I don't know, a thin plastic.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, you know, and that's cool.
They still had that when I was a kid.
Yeah, they don't have them anymore. And it's funny, I've looked at some of those online, just trying to get some, because that'd be a cool keepsake to have, you know. They are... They're rather expensive.
Oh, I say probably super expensive.
You know? And most of them are like, oh, it's missing this or it's missing that or this is torn.
What's cool about the ones I found today, because I've been looking up some costume ideas and stuff for my crew for the Haunted Trail Ride, and they had those for like $50 a piece.
Really?
The mask from Halloween 3.
Oh, nice.
You can buy them for like $50.
Where'd you find them at?
I just went online and typed it in and popped up, and I'm like, oh, shoot, there it is. So,
nice.
But yeah, guys, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Watch it as a standalone. Great movie. You won't ruin your time, I promise. Why don't you mention one? Let's see if...
I'm going to go slightly different direction here. I'm going to talk about a short that I have to watch every year. I usually watch it around the end of September, beginning of October, and it always puts me in the mood for Halloween. There's actually a couple of them I'm going to talk about now. As a kid growing up, these were always on TV around Halloween. They never show them anymore, but I found the DVD years and years ago, so I bought it. And what I'm talking about is the Disney animated version of The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which came out in 1949,
Ichabod, Ichabod
which
Crane.
is narrated by Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
And funny enough, that the company that put that out was BCP, which was Bing Crosby Productions. Great movie. Well, I say movie, it's like, I don't know, half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. I have to watch that every year just to get myself in the mood. I love The Headless Horseman. I've been, I don't know, it always takes me back to my childhood. That story.
I was going to say, another great movie film for kids, guys. Something you can watch with your children.
Yeah, oh yeah, by far. There's a lot of singing and stuff in there. If you haven't seen this movie, or if it's been years since you've seen this movie,
you'll enjoy it.
You will enjoy it. I mean, it's a great.
Like I said,
show.
guys, I mean, me and JT sitting here talking about my 6-year-old trying to figure out how much nudity is okay for him to see.
Right.
But I know
I am in my late 40s talking about Ichabod Crane and The Legend of Sleepy Hollow.
But see, that's a cool thing. Is not everybody wants their kids to watch movies that soon,
right.
which is perfect. Whatever you want to do for your kids is 100% cool with me.
Yeah.
I just so happen to have my oldest son. My youngest son doesn't really watch scary movies, doesn't like them. My oldest loves them. Mm-hmm. So, that's something that we can share. But, like, this movie is perfect for you and your little ones to watch, Like Hocus Pocus. These two movies would be great for you to watch with your little ones.
I'm going to give a quick shout-out to another one that's along the same lines, and that it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Oh, yeah.
I have to watch that every year. We're talking about a movie that came out in the... Mm-hmm. I don't know when Charlie Brown came out.
I couldn't tell you.
64, somewhere around in there. I have to watch that every year, too. And that's another great movie to watch with your kids.
Yep. Yeah, we'll definitely want to throw some suggestions for that out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because Halloween is really... For me, it's a magical time of the year.
Yeah, me too.
And it really revolves around the children. You know? As much as we love horror, the whole season of Halloween, it really is about the kids.
Yeah, man, and it brings you back to you as being a child. It does.
And that's exactly why I watch these two shows every year. It makes me feel like a kid again. And, like, when we're getting ready to start putting out our Halloween display, I always sit down and I throw it in and I watch Legend of Sleepy Hollow, and
it
puts me in the mood.
I'm going to mention another one that I have written down here that is a great movie for you to watch with your kids again, but I have to watch it every year, and it brings me back to me being a kid, and I just love it, and it throws me straight back there, and that is Ernest Scared Stupid.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Ernest Scared Stupid, guys, came out in 1991. It was directed by John R. Cherry III. Of course, it starred Jim Varney as Ernest. Dude,
that is not a movie I thought was going to be on your list.
Yeah, man. Every year I have to watch it. It's a great film for you and your kids to watch together. It also has Eartha Kitt. And that she plays old lady Hackmore.
No kidding.
But Ernest Scared Stupid, guys. I mean, if you haven't seen it and it's about this guy Ernest. You've probably seen one of the Ernest movies. Yeah. Ernest Goes to Jail. Ernest Goes to Camp. I mean, there's a bunch of them. Anyway, he is a long line of the Worrell family, and back in the day, his great-great-great-great-grandfather captured this troll that was eating children and trapped him under this tree and cursed him, blah, blah, blah. Well, the troll put a curse on his family, too, and said that, as the years go, his family will get dumber and dumber and dumber, and then eventually let the troll back out. And that's what happens. Ernest is super stupid, and, he's got these kids that, the kids love him and this and that, and he builds this. But anyway, they end up letting the troll out, and then they got to capture the troll and put him back in his place.
I don't remember any of that.
Great movie. You should watch it, dude. You like it.
I'm sure I've seen that at some point.
I got it at the house. Actually, I let you borrow it. But yeah, it's I got it on DVD. I bought it. It's a great movie. I watch every single Halloween.
Wow.
Every Halloween, and I have since I've been introduced to it. And it's such a good movie, man. Something great you can watch with your kids. And yeah, that's just one that I have to watch every year.
Cool.
What about you?
So I'm going to bring up a slightly newer movie that I know we both know and love.
I got it on my
That
list.
is the 2007 release of Trick or Treat.
Yes.
Trick or Treat, when it came out, I kept going back to the old, Ozzy Osbourne, Gene Simmons, rock star Trick or Treat movie from like the 80s.
I watched that
and
the other day.
I got this movie and I was absolutely blown away. It has probably become one of my favorite anthology movies ever.
Yeah, it is.
It is so cool the way they weave these separate stories together.
Now this one is a little bit harsher.
Yeah, you probably don't want to watch this with your kids.
If you haven't seen it yet.
You could, but
gotta turn this down. I don't think I did.
the werewolf scene at the end is
So good.
Yeah,
so
good.
freaking ridiculously good.
And Anna Paquin.
That movie's so good, man.
Anyway, it's such a great movie. Like I said, the way they weave the story back and forth,
super dark.
It's super, just
creepy.
Just a great, creepy is the best way to put
Keep
that
it
movie.
creepy, man. They keep it fucking creepy. It is so creepy.
That movie's got creeping spades.
Mm-hmm.
And then they released the character of Sam.
Yeah.
Which Sam is this little like doll-looking thing in a onesie with a freaking burlap sack over his head.
Dude, the whole scene like with the school bus.
Oh yeah.
God, dude, the movie's so good.
Yeah.
So good. I'm sure you probably, if you haven't seen it, you guys got to watch it.
Right.
Just wait till the kiddies go to bed. Guys, you and your significant other sit on the couch and freaking get creeped out. It's such a good movie.
It really is. It really is.
Rated R, guys.
Yeah.
And it was written and directed by Michael Daughtry.
Yeah.
But man, I'm telling you, that's one of the best.
Yeah, it
best
is. It
Halloween
is.
movies out.
And it's funny for a newer movie because most of the movies that I truly love are the older classic movies. But this movie, I guess you can say it's older. It's 12 years old now.
Well, it's a classic,
but it is just so good.
It's kind of like
every story is fantastic.
It's like,
and the way they weave them together at the end just blows your mind.
It's like Evil Dead. It turned into a cult classic.
Yeah.
And I really think that as the years go by, it's going to get more and more
Bigger
people are
and
going to be,
bigger.
you know what I'm saying? It's one of those movies for sure.
Yeah.
Great one, guys. Definitely highly suggest that one. Now, I know I got one that you wouldn't think. We talked about it the other day, but I'm going to talk about it because I have to. The Crow.
The Crow. We did talk about that the other day. Honestly, when he mentioned that the other day, I was like, oh, yeah. I do know that movie revolves around Halloween, but I don't necessarily think of that as a Halloween movie, but I see why you do.
Yeah, dude. First of all, it's one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Brandon Lee played the perfect
part. He fucking killed. He died for the part.
Well, he died in that movie. But,
yeah, which sucks horribly because he was awesome. But he freaking, slayed that part, dude.
Yeah.
So good,
he
man.
Played it perfect.
If you haven't seen The Crow, I don't know where the hell you've been. It's been out since '94. Like we just said, it's got a pretty big damn cast, actually.
Yeah.
I'm going to mention a few of people. You got Brandon Lee, of course. He plays Eric Draven, who turns into the Crow. Then you got Ernie Hudson. He plays Albert, the cop. Albert Chet is his last name. That's what they call him. Michael Wilcott plays Top Dollar, which is the main guy.
Yeah.
Who is with another big actor, or actress, Bai Ling. At the time, she was pretty big. She played Micah. Them two were like together, half brother, half weird situation. Anyway, then you got another pretty big damn star, David Patrick Kelly. He played T-Bird, which, you know, he also played in like The Warriors. He's been in everything.
Right.
He's been in everything. And then you got Candyman himself.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Todd. He played Grange. Which was another one of the big leaders getting ready to. The reason why I put this in there, guys, because if you haven't seen the movie, basically it revolves around what they call Devil's Night, which is Halloween Eve, basically.
This movie was set in Detroit, and in Detroit, back in the 80s, they were having a problem with what they called Devil's Night or Mischief Night.
Yes.
Basically, what was going on is they were having these huge riots, and people were trying to burn down the city on Halloween night.
Yeah.
True deal. I mean, it was truly going on.
Yeah, and guys, this fucking movie is so good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So freaking good. That's just a few of the people there. This movie's got stars all through it. But anyway, you know, they end up killing Brandon Lee's character Eric Draven and his fiance, and which is one of my favorite scenes in the world, dude. Is whenever he's sitting on top of the rooftop playing guitar solo. Yeah, dude, every time. But anyway, he was a badass guitarist in this band, and him and his old lady own this super high apartment on top of this building. And on Devil's Night, these gang members all come in and, you know, murder and rape and all this stuff. And he comes back with the fucking vengeance. And the Crow brings him back. And, dude, this movie is just so... It's so dark, but it's like... I don't even know how to say it, man. It's just... The whole movie has just got this feeling to it of... At times, it's like sorrow... because of all the crap. It's got so much in, like with the drug situation, and he's forcing the drugs out of that lady's arm.
It's a very
great movie.
Very depressing.
But it's great.
Yeah, it is a great movie. It kind of reminds me of the Miller. God, what is that guy's name? He's done a lot of these movies, like he did Sin City.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It kind of reminds me of that. You know?
Yeah, but...
Except not quite to the
cartoonish.
extreme. You know, Sin City kind of gets a little cartoonish.
Yeah, it's cartoonish. This one is like straight up like...
Yeah. But it's got that feel to it. You know, what is that guy's name? I know his last name's Miller, but...
I mean, that's probably where he got a lot of inspiration from for those. Yeah. That movie's just so good, guys. The Crow. You have to watch it. I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed if you have not seen it. A lot of people have. It's got Brandon Lee in it, man. He was huge at the time. And he should have got
Bruce Lee's son.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's son. He should have got an Oscar for that one. I mean, he couldn't have made it because he died.
Right.
And he actually died in the filming of this movie, guys. For those of you who don't know, he was killed during there's a scene where he gets shot. I believe it's a scene towards the end of the movie, which actually filmed because he wasn't actually in the entire movie.
Right. Yeah, they had to replace him.
Which is horrible. Yeah. But like, there's a scene that they filmed. They filmed the ending of the movie ahead of this the other scenes, and he actually got shot during that. If someone put a live round, a lot of conspiracies out there about what happened. Right. But someone put a live round.
Was it at the part where he's on the table?
No, from what I hear, now it's been a long time since I've dug into this. I just love the movie. I watch it all the time, but I used to dig into the
Yeah.
I believe it was a scene where he gets shot in the church.
Oh, okay.
And I believe so, because he got shot in the stomach, and it killed him. Someone put a real bullet in there, and they ended up killing him, which is a shame.
Sad deal.
Sad shame. But guys, the movie...
He had a really promising career ahead of him.
Yeah, he played in a few other movies too that I liked. He played a movie with Dolph Lundgren. I can't remember the name of it now, but those two were cops, and they wind up becoming partners somehow. But anyway, great movie. Definitely watch The Crow, guys. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. Something
cool
you can
movie.
definitely rent, and it's going to be an awesome night for you.
Cool movie.
And there was another one. Go ahead. You go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
No, I was just going to... There was one I'm going to mention, but you go ahead.
I'm just going to talk about... The last movie I want to talk about, I mention this movie all the time because I absolutely love it. It's not a Halloween movie by no means, but... it's one of those movies that I always end up watching at this time of the year, and that's Salem's Lot from 1979. Salem's Lot is without a doubt, is my favorite vampire movie. A lot of people argue with that. I think it's a great movie.
Well, it's personal.
Stephen King wrote a fantastic book about this. Well, he wrote the book, and then they made the movie about his book. The movie is not near as good as the book, but the movie is phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's
just a personal thing.
It really is, and I think it's a whole Salem's Lot for you people that don't know. It was a made-for-TV movie that they played over a 2-night period, and it was around Thanksgiving that this movie came out. I was like 8 years old when this came out, and I remember my uncle was watching. No, I guess I just turned 9. No, I'm sorry, I just turned 8. Sorry, I can't add.
He's got to go back a long time to remember all this.
But anyway, I remember my uncle was at our house and he was watching it, and I just happened to come in the room and was sitting there watching it. The whole family was watching it, but, I was a little kid, I was playing or doing something. But I remember this movie scared the shit out of me. It was just so creepy. This movie is so, we talk about atmosphere all the time. This movie has got so much atmosphere, it's crazy. Just all the fog effects they use and the people that were in the movie. I mean, you got David Soul and Jeffrey Lewis and James Mason and, all these people. And you got little kids getting bitten by vampires and coming back to life and scratching on people's bedroom windows. And, yeah, it's just creepy as fuck.
Well,
dude.
and...
That movie is still creepy. It still creeps me out.
Yeah, well, see, and that's the thing, you're talking about how it's not really Halloween related, but it's something you always watch. Well, for me, Halloween, the whole month was horror movies for me.
Yeah.
So a movie that I watch every October, and I usually watch it a couple times out of the year anyway, but every October on Halloween, I watch Silver Bullet.
Yeah.
I watch it every time, man. Has nothing really to do with Halloween. It actually has to do with 4th of July, kind of. But
yeah, you're right.
But I watch
with the fireworks and shit. Yeah, never really thought about that. But
I watch it every year for Halloween. I watch it because it's just that movie and like The Lost Boys, man, just shoots me straight back to when I was a kid, Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it's all about, guys. We talk about it all the time, probably ad nauseum on here about freaking atmosphere and nostalgia and and that's what that's why we got some people that are going to be coming on the show that we're going to be talking to about some things, and we'll get into their stuff with them about what they think and what makes them tick like that, what brings you back to that childhood memories and stuff like that. Another honorable mention that I think is great and actually has to do with Halloween is Night of the Demons.
Night of the Demons does, yeah.
And that's a great film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cannot watch that with your kids.
No.
But
just because of the lipstick scene alone.
But the whole movie,
you'd never be able to explain that to a kid.
Yeah, they'd be screwed for life.
Yeah.
But great movie to watch on Halloween. Teenagers can watch it,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But if you guys, it's killer movie. Probably freak the hell out of you. That movie still kind of freaks me the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm watching, I don't get scared too much, but
that whole Halloween party theme and that dance that Angela does.
Oh, Stigmata scene, man, geez. Dude.
Jesus.
Great freaking movie, man.
Yeah, really is.
So those are some of the suggestions, guys. Definitely watch those movies. And if you guys got anything that you think we haven't seen, send us a message on Facebook or something.
So I want to get into something else a little bit.
Yeah, here. Me too. So go ahead.
So we all know that, I've been talking about it for months, been so excited and doing cartwheels over this new Creepshow series.
Mm-hmm.
Came out 3 weeks ago. First episode, was okay. Didn't really feel like Creepshow, though.
Yeah.
The second episode was getting a little better. They, had some werewolf stuff going on, and, it was getting better. This week, though, they fucking knocked it out of the park, dude.
Yeah.
Totally knocked it out of the park. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because so what they've done with this Creepshow series, which if you guys don't know, it's a Shudder exclusive, and it has been helmed and directed by the great Greg Nicotero from Walking Dead fame. This thing is just chocked full of famous people, every episode is kind of directed by somebody else, and like Tom Savini's doing an episode, Stephen King's involved in it.
Sweet.
Just all these people, all these fantastic people. If Wes was still alive, God rest his soul, he would have been involved in this, man. They picked some of the best horror icons to do this. Tobin Bell is in it. Just if you guys have Shudder, you need to be checking it out because it is cool. But anyway, this episode was revolved around Halloween, and that's kind of why I bring it up. And it was all about. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to ruin it for people.
Yeah.
But it's all about kids trick-or-treating and every house they go to, the people are freaking out like, when are you kids going to leave us alone? And, as you get closer to the end of the episode, you start putting 2 and 2 together and you figure it out, and it's fucking creepy as
cool.
fuck.
Hell yeah.
But really cool episode, dude. You need to come over some night and we'll watch
Yeah, I got to
that.
get Shudder, period. I just got to get
watch that, especially that episode, because it was so cool.
Yeah, I got to get Shudder. Me and my wife been talking about it anyway, so I just got to get it.
Yeah.
But then there's another thing too, like something else that we've been excited about, and a lot of people been excited about. We did a whole episode on it, which blew up on YouTube. Ghost Nation. Ghost Nation came out. Okay.
Yeah, came out Friday.
And
I actually didn't get to watch it Friday. I was in St. Louis at the fucking Obituary show.
Woo!
Fantastic show, by the way. I ended up watching that this morning.
Yeah, so cool. It's fresh in your mind a little bit, dude.
Yeah.
So I just want to, I think people try to pick sides too much. I talk to people on different, Facebook pages, horror pages and stuff, and actually on a Ghost Nation page, fan page, because, I like talking to people. Not rude or nothing. I just, talk to them. And it's just bashing.
He's kind of a dick sometimes.
I can be a dick, but, that's only if you... I'm not going to fight on the internet. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm not going to fight on the internet. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. Yeah. If you want to do that, we'll talk. I'm not hard to find. But anyway, no, I think people just need to... It's a lot of bashing.
Just chill out and enjoy shit.
Yeah, there's enough room for everybody.
If you don't like it, fine. You don't like it. But,
see, like we did our Ghost Nation episode, right? And it was early on.
Yeah, it was right after we found out that it was coming. We didn't know anything about it.
Just what we had read.
We really didn't. So we kind of tried digging into it a little bit and, found as much information as we could. And we talked about it. And we talked about Ghost Hunters and a bunch of the other, paranormal shows. But, we were focusing in on Ghost Nation because we're really excited about it. And one of the coolest fucking things happened was Jason Hawes from Ghost Nation actually contacted us through YouTube.
Comment on our thing.
Our YouTube channel.
It was cool as shit.
Yeah, it was cool. It fucking blew our mind.
And I got to be honest with you. I'm gonna talk about this for a minute. And, like I said, a lot of people take sides on stuff. I loved Grant from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
I loved the whole team, actually. But Grant was my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like the Ghost Hunters is. I know it's because the whole team isn't together, but also it just seems like it's not the same as it was.
Yeah, it doesn't have the same feel. Now, see, and I'm on the other side of that. Jason was always my favorite.
Yeah.
I always gravitated towards Jason, and out of the team, Steve was always my favorite.
Oh yeah, Steve and Tango.
I love Steve.
Yeah. But like, I'm not gonna lie. Like I told everybody, I'm like, man, guys, just give everybody a chance.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah.
Ghost Hunters is good. I like it. You know, because of like the paranormal. Everybody's like, oh, well, they don't ever find nothing. Well, that's the point.
Right.
You know. But it does feel different, and it just doesn't feel like they have that passion. Now,
let's talk about them not finding anything, because we've both seen this Ghost Nation episode.
Ghost Nation. I thought for sure, guys. I was like, I was talking to some people about it online. You know, I'm like, well, guys, just chill out, because you'll probably be surprised that, you know, Ghost Nation might be the same, because they're not going to fake stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, and especially somebody like Jason. Jason is not. He's not in this to get fame and fortune, and you know he's here to help people.
Yes,
you know, and Grant's the same way.
Yeah, they are.
You know?
And my thing is like, okay, I watched Ghost Hunters. It's good, but it's just not the same as it used to be. No. Now, watching Ghost Nation, fucking loved it.
Yeah,
I loved it.
It felt like the old Ghost Hunters.
Exactly. And I don't know if it's just because it's the same team members, but it just felt the same. I love that they're going to houses, residences, and helping people. Yeah. I like that they're contacting these other groups.
These paranormal groups.
They're helping them out.
Yeah, because that's what was cool about it is it was them three and a woman from a paranormal group that they didn't even know.
Yeah.
Going in and doing this investigation.
And I thought it was cool, and it just felt, like you said, it felt more comfortable for me to watch. It felt like the old school Ghost Hunters. You know? Now, see, they caught a lot of cool shit.
They did.
Well,
what I thought was
the main thing was the remote control car.
What I thought was cool is they caught some shit before they were even ready to catch.
Yeah, they were, and it literally showed
like they were setting up and shit started happening.
And like, holy shit, you know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say this. You talk about the remote control car. I was kind of, I don't know. I was kind of like, I don't know about that.
Well, the reason why I thought it was cool, because here's the thing: they turned it off. And they turned on. They put brand new batteries in it. They checked to see if the walkie was moving it. They checked to see if maybe a radio transmission thing was like, if it was, because that happens.
Right. Well, and that's kind of what I was thinking is, see, the whole time I was watching the episode, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, okay, is there some sort of, I'm not saying that they were doing anything. I'm not saying that at all. But is this happening because there's some sort of EMF interference that's just kicking it on and moving it, you know, or blah, blah, blah. You know, because we all know these things can go haywire sometimes. We've seen Maximum Overdrive.
Yes.
You know, is that somebody's fucking garage door opener causing the...
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. They kind of checked that.
So, well, and that's what I was getting at is I'm watching this episode, and the whole time I'm like, I don't know. You know, this seems kind of fucking hokey, you know, and anything could cause that, and blah, 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 until they get to the point where they're like, they've got all this equipment sitting around it, and they're checking for EMF field, and they're checking for this, and they're pumping their walkie-talkie.
They actually put because he said, well, it could be like emergency vehicles.
Right.
Put one of their scanners and their shit right next to it, and was like, well, and the thing I mean is like it did it on command sometimes.
Right. And that's what was making me question it. What was odd, though, was when they took it downstairs and put it on the table, nothing happened.
Only on the landing.
It only happened on the landing upstairs. Now, that's one thing that I thought was really fucking cool about that was how they do their outside the house and they show like an X-ray image of the house.
Yeah, what was it? That was cool, yeah.
Know? I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, you know, and I'm kind of I got to look into this some more stuff more because I've been listening. He hasn't been on there a lot lately because he's been filming and stuff, but Jason Hawes and J.V. Johnson's show called Beyond Reality Radio. Beyond Reality Radio. Sorry, I stumbled that all together. But anyway, I used to listen to it all the time. Jason's not on there a whole lot anymore because he's just busy as hell.
Yeah.
But when he was on there, right before Ghost Nation was going to be coming out and they were going to start filming, like he was talking about how him and Grant are still friends and all that stuff like that. But I'm hearing a lot of talk about how something happened, and because I've been watching, I watched a lot of Grant's live stuff, and I watched their live stuff, but they talk about loyalty a lot. They talk about the Ghost Nations teams is like, we just want to be loyal. We stuck to our team.
Right.
We felt like it was about us and the team being together, and it's, you know.
Well, and it's weird because Grant had left Ghost Hunters several years before it went off the air.
Yeah.
You know, and never really understood why he did that. He said he did it to be with his family. Okay, I can respect that.
Yeah,
you know? But then you come back with a new show. But I mean, he kind of explained that in their intro, their get ready deal. You know, that, you know, now his kids are grown. He felt it was time to, you know, come back. We're talking about Grant here.
Yeah.
You know, he felt it was time to come back. It was really odd because we were watching that this morning, and my wife says to me, which my wife's not into paranormal stuff. You know, she puts up with me, you know, because I watch all kinds of that stuff. I typically don't watch a lot of it with her, but occasionally she'll be in the room, and, you know. So she was watching that episode with me, and she was like, huh. She was like, and why are they not together anymore? Why are they on two different shows? And I turned around and looked at her, and I was like, well, honey, it's because...
I don't know.
I really don't know.
Well, see, I
don't know.
I've been watching Jason's and Steve and Tango's new their Facebook Lives and stuff. They do question and answers and stuff, and it questions a lot. Where's Grant? What's up with Grant? How come you guys?
Right.
And I was talking to everybody about it, and there's people talking about how Jason said that he was asked in an actual interview, you know, what's going on with Grant and whatnot, and he said he hasn't talked to him in quite a long time.
I wonder if they had a falling out.
I haven't seen that.
Now, see, because I know that they had bought this. They had bought like this bed and breakfast or hotel or something up in Connecticut, I think, or something. Like, you know, did something happen there?
I have no clue. I was under the understanding, because of what I had heard on Beyond Reality Radio, that everything was kosher.
Cool. Yeah.
So that's just what I heard, but I've been hearing, and I've noticed the language and the body language that Jason uses when people ask about it. It's not defensive. It's just kind of like, this is where I stand.
Talk about it.
This is where I stand.
Right.
This is what happened. This is what's going on. Cool. But I got to look into it and see where he said that about. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but like the last one I just watched, he was like, "Listen, it's about, you know." He's like, "I wish no ill will on them. I hope they do great on other channels." Right. But as far as for us, Travel Channel was a fit for us.
Yeah.
They let us basically do what we want to. We have no time restraints. Because that's something else I really like about this. They stay in these places for like a week.
Right. Yeah, and I thought that was interesting.
I always thought they should do that. And
when they were talking about how they had left, they had the people move out for a week. I was like, a week? What the hell? Usually you guys are there for a day or two.
Yeah.
You know?
So Jason, if you're hearing this out there, Jason Hawes, hopefully you are.
Yeah, love the new show. I really do. I love both shows. Both shows have been really good. But I was
Ghost
really
Nation really impressed
with the way
me.
Ghost Nation.
I love what they're doing. I love that they're staying for like a week, and they're like really digging into stuff. But yeah, I just want to know what the hell's going on. Yeah. If you guys are cool, man, because it feels like the fucking team's breaking up. You know what I'm saying?
We're breaking up the band,
breaking the band up. It's like fucking Metallica all over again.
It's like that's some kind of monster. Fucking James Hetfield's going to get pissed and throw something and walk out.
I love James. I love him.
And he can love you, too, for the right amount of money.
I love him. I like it. I watched an interview with him, man, and he explained why he left Hollywood. He moved out to the mountains. And
yeah. Oh, that was the Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's,
I
man.
watched that.
That was
really good.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, Jason, if you're hearing this, man, shoot us a message, man. I want to know what's going on.
We'd love to talk to you.
But hopefully sometime we get to meet you guys.
I know we're a little small fish in your big pond, but...
he's a good... Jason's actually, all of them are. All of them are. They're down the earth people, you know. Yeah. Just for him to take the time out to comment on our stuff and then respond.
Yeah. Whenever,
You know, that means I know he does know this because I'm sure he's been there before. He's met his own people that he looked up to.
Right.
That means so much to people.
Yeah.
Just that little bit.
Well, I know whenever he commented on our video, I was like, it popped through on my phone, and I was like, oh, somebody commented on our video. And then I was like, whoa, what the hell?
Yeah.
I immediately called Ryan. I'm like, dude, you're not going to fucking believe this shit. He's like, what? And I was like, Jason Hawes just commented on our video. And he was like, what? Like, yeah.
So
I don't know.
I got to say, guys, I definitely think Ghost Nation is awesome. I loved it. It felt like the old Ghost Hunters, but it actually felt better because they had more time to be there. They, they looked into things and a little deeper, and they got to be able to investigate multiple nights and just, it felt like the old crew back together. And I think that's had a lot to do with it, Now with Ghost Hunters, I still like the show. I just, I don't know. I just don't feel the same. It sucks.
It's a different team. It is. It's a different feeling.
Well, and I kind of see what Jason talks about when he says that, who are we helping?
Yeah.
Because people were asking, well, are you guys going to go back to St. Augustine? He'd be like, yeah, he's like, I guess we could. It's a great place. But who are we helping?
Yeah.
Who are we helping with that?
That's a stand-up guy there.
Yeah, he's like, I could go there.
Because think about it. I mean, he is well enough known. He could go anywhere and make a fortune. But that's not what he's about. He's about helping people.
Yeah.
And
it's cool, man. I really
let
like...
me get into these people's houses, try and figure out what's going on, see if I can give them some closure or some relief.
One thing I will say about it, though, one thing I will say about Travel Channel, I don't know if it's on purpose or how it happened, but it did seem like Jason's voice, whenever he was narrating, was lower. I had to turn up the volume to be able to hear it on my TV equal with the other stuff. Now, during the whole investigation, it sounded the same, but like when it would cut to him saying, so we went to this place to check out the story. It kind of was lower. I'm like, shit.
Well, that's not Travel Channel doing that. That's the production company doing that. So.
I just fixed that because I had to turn it up and then turn it back down because my kids were sleeping. I'm like, oh shit. But I just want to make sure I hear everything.
People are like, you guys sound like shit, and you're bitching about somebody else's shit.
Hey, man, that's why we have our own. That's why we have our own podcast.
We can do whatever the hell we want.
But yeah, guys, I thought Ghost Nation was awesome. It really brought back the nostalgia for me. It was awesome, man. It just, I like it. I like it.
It was cool. It was cool. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad that we did a whole episode on it, and that. It's getting out there, and
there's a ton of views on that. Ton of views.
Enough that fucking got Jason's fucking attention.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
What the hell?
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Damn it, Bobby. I can't wait to go check this out.
I can't wait for us to be able to travel and be able to meet these guys. And
I want to go to a convention next year.
Bad. We have to set that shit up. But anyways, guys. It's going on an hour now. I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing our damn voices. It's that time of the year, folks. I'm super excited. The weather's changed. The leaves are turning. The atmosphere's kicking in. Watching them scary movies. Turn the lights down low. Get scared to fucking hell and all that good shit.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
The popcorn.
Yep. Popcorn and sodas. Throwing a movie, man. That's what I try to do on my Saturday nights. Once I leave here, go home, put movies in, and just watch them till fucking 2 or 3 in the morning. Get
up at the crack of dawn, go to work.
I love it.
Listen to horror all day at work. Yeah.
Don't you guys just love it?
I love it.
Anyways, guys, happy October. We're going to be here. Our next episode, no, it's not going to be quite Halloween yet, huh?
No. We still got a little over 2 weeks before Halloween.
We'll do a Halloween little live thing.
Yeah, we're going to do a Halloween episode. I don't know how we're going to pull that off because you guys are doing the trail ride right before Halloween.
The weekend before.
Yeah.
But see me and Breeze off all week that fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone Monday night, but
we'll figure it out. we'll figure it out, boys and girls.
You know, Halloween, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
Oh yeah, we'll probably wind up doing like I'll probably end up doing a Facebook Live, guys, and then I'll upload that to YouTube, and we'll just do a little thing here.
Cool.
Celebrate the great time. Anyways, guys, we love you. As you know, we thank you for all your support, and get a hold of us, damn it.
Yeah, damn it. And we might call you back.
Well, we got somebody we need to line up anyway.
Yeah, we've got a couple people that want to.
So we're gonna line that shit up, and but come on, guys, send us some cool ass stories. Get on the podcast. Let's have some conversations. But most of all, until next time, keep it creepy. Ow. Oh, oh, oh.